Have you heard that by changing the pH of your blood, you can prevent or even cure cancer? I've been seeing a lot of videos about alkalizing your body through your diet in order to treat disease. Now, to alkalize just means to make something more basic. When we talk about acids and bases, remember we use the pH scale, all right? The lower a number is, the more acidic, and the higher a number is, the more basic or more alkaline. And like any good scale, 7 is the midpoint. So, does changing the pH of your body help fight disease? Can it cure cancer? In order to answer this question, we're going to do a little segment I like to call,
Is this person about to die?
So, the other day I was working the night shift in the hospital, and part of what you do on a night shift is you get this long list of patients, and your job is to keep them alive through the night. So early in the morning, around 6 o'clock, I got a call from a nurse. One of my patients had an elevated heart rate. When I went to see the patient, he was a guy in his 70s, his heart rate was going at about 200 beats per minute, which is about this fast. That's way too fast. His oxygen levels were dropping and he was starting to get really sleepy, so this is what we would call an emergency. Now, the first thing we did is we cardioverted him. To do that, we hooked up some pads to his chest and we shocked him. This shocked his heart back into a more normal rhythm, and his heart rate came down to about 100 beats per minute. So that's much better, but still he wasn't doing great. And so we drew some blood to see what some basic labs could tell us. His blood pH came back as 7.19. Now, a normal pH for your blood is between 7.35 and 7.45. 7.19 is lower than the normal range, which means his blood had become slightly more acidic. So now, here's the fun part of the segment where we answer this question.
Is this person about to die?
So the choices are A. His pH is only 0.2 out of the normal range. Our body's pH changes depending on what we eat. This person is not about to die. Or is it B? Our body tightly regulates our pH, and being out of range by 0.2 is an emergency, and this person is about to die. What do you think, A or B? Well, the answer is B. This person was, in fact, about to die. Okay, a blood pH of 7.19 is not compatible with life for very long. So we intubated him and sent him to the ICU for further treatment, and he did okay after that. See, it turns out that the things that make up your body are optimized to work at a certain pH. And that pH is right around 7.4. And if you move too far away from that, the things don't work anymore. And if the things don't work anymore, you die. Now, there are certain compartments of your body that have a different pH than your blood in order to carry out specific functions. Like your stomach, which has a pH of around 2. It's very acidic in order to break down food. And inside your pancreas, the pH is higher, around 8 or 9, because it holds on to a fluid that is used to help neutralize the acid from your stomach as food moves through your intestines. But even these areas that are outside of your normal pH range, they're all part of a larger system that is working to keep the overall pH of your body right around 7.4. The way your body does this is fascinating. Check this out, okay? A byproduct of the cells in your body burning energy is that they produce carbon dioxide. And cells dump this carbon dioxide into your blood. And it quickly gets turned into an acid called carbonic acid. So basically, you can think of carbon dioxide as just acid in your blood. And your cells are constantly producing carbon dioxide as they burn energy, so they are constantly pumping acid into your blood. Now, carbonic acid can give up a hydrogen. This is actually what makes an acid, is that they can give up a hydrogen atom. And once it does this, it becomes bicarbonate. Okay? Bicarbonate is a base, and this is the primary base that serves as an alkalizing agent in your body. So in order to keep your pH in this tight range, your body is constantly balancing the amount of carbon dioxide, which is an acid, and bicarbonate, which is a base, in your body. And it does this using two organs, your lungs and your kidneys. So if your pH is getting too low, too acidic, it will remove carbon dioxide from your blood to help bring the pH back up. How does your body do this? By breathing out CO2 from your lungs. When your pH is too low, your body will increase your respiratory rate. You will breathe faster. And this will blow off carbon dioxide from your blood and bring the pH back up to the normal range. Well, what about when your pH gets too high? Your blood becomes too basic, it has too much bicarbonate in it. And so then your kidneys go to work and they start dumping the bicarbonate out of your blood into your urine. and they get it out of your body that way to bring your pH back down to a normal range. So this is happening in your body right now. If your pH is getting too low, your body will breathe a little faster and get rid of carbon dioxide and bring it right back up. And if your pH is getting too high, your body will start excreting bicarbonate into your urine and bring your pH back down. As long as you have working lungs and kidneys, your body will keep your pH within its normal range, no matter what you try to do to change it. So, what happens if you eat a lot of really basic food in order to alkalize your body and prevent cancer? Well, as soon as you swallow that food that has a high pH, or you drink that ridiculous alkaline high pH water, it hits your stomach where the pH is 2 and immediately gets neutralized.
Forget what I'm saying then. Where the beat go?
So that's tough. It's tough if you were hoping your alkaline diet was going to change the pH of your body in any way, because unfortunately everything you swallow gets dropped into a vat of very powerful acid. Any base will immediately be neutralized. But what if somehow you could eat enough alkaline food that you could actually raise the pH of your blood? Well, then your kidneys would immediately start dumping bicarbonate out of your blood and into your urine, and your pH would come right back down to its normal range. So no, you cannot change the pH of your body with your diet. Now, it turns out that a lot of healthy food happens to be more basic, like a lot of fruits and vegetables happen to be more alkaline. So, is eating an alkaline diet good for you? Yes, because fruits and vegetables are good for you, but it has nothing to do with their pH. I've tried to come up with an example that illustrates the same logic of concluding that an alkaline diet is good for you because it alkalizes your body. Go with me on this one. It's like learning that using a crosswalk when crossing the street is safe, which it is. And we know the reasons it's safe, right? It's safe because of laws around crosswalks and police enforcing those laws and our cultural understanding about the dangers of cars and all those things. So crosswalks are safe. But then someone comes along and points out that crosswalks are painted white. And they conclude that the reason crosswalks are safe is because they're painted white. So then a bunch of people start selling books and self-help guides about how you should only walk on white things and that white paint is the true key to safety that big traffic is just not telling you about. Then tons of people buy into it, and next thing you know, companies start selling shoes that shoot out white spray paint in front of you so that every step you take is on white paint. That is the equivalent of this. Crosswalks are safe, but it has nothing to do with the color of their paint. And in the same way, fruits and vegetables are good for you, but it has nothing to do with their pH. Now, something about tumors is that they produce a lot of acid. And even though it doesn't affect the overall pH of your body for all the reasons we talked about, it does create a little pool of acid right around the tumor. And people have wondered if by changing the pH directly around the tumor, you could affect tumor growth. And so drugs have been developed that stop a tumor from pumping out acid, and they work. They change the pH of the environment directly around the tumor. They alkalize the tumor. But so far, none have had any effect on tumor growth in humans. So if you did have cancer, and if you could change your blood pH, you can't. It likely would have no effect on your cancer anyways. So, to review. The pH of your body is tightly regulated. Your blood will basically always stay in the 7.35 to 7.45 range. And if it isn't in that range, you are probably pretty sick. Nothing you eat will ever change the pH of your blood, so never buy any product or tailor your diet in any way based on pH. If the pH of your blood is somehow pushed out of its normal range, your body will either blow off more carbon dioxide to bring your pH back up, or dump bicarbonate into your urine to bring your pH back down. It is true that the microenvironment around tumors is more acidic because tumors generate a lot of acid, but alkalizing the tumor microenvironment has so far not been successful at treating cancer in humans. All right, that's it. If you find this content useful, please subscribe. We're up to 240 subscribers, and thank you everyone for subscribing. If you know anybody with cancer that has questions about what's happening inside of them, share these videos with them. Leave any questions you want me to answer in the comments, and remember, don't get your medical information from Facebook. Get it from real doctors. Okay, love you. Bye.